Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You look at the Spurs, it's a long season, but right now they're in great position, holding that prize top spot. And, of course, Los Angeles, quite a bit of space between these two.
Well, right now for the Spurs, you have to really give it to them. I mean, they are backing up all the preseason hype. They've been outstanding early.
And you want to talk about hitting the ground running? They've done exactly this. And you got to give a lot of credit to their coaching staff for getting this team locked in early.
So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. Kawhi and Zubats make up the front court. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Christie in at the shooting guard position. And for the Spurs, Bol out there with Wembanyama. Then it's Jeremy Sohan. Then there's Castle. And it's Branham in at the 3. You know, in game 2 of a back-to-back, just how drained are you from yesterday as a player? Teams will make substitutions. Here's Lou. He's guarded by Highland. Pass to Castle. Here's Lou. Beyond the arc. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And they're behind. Right now because they're failing to play quality defense. It's that simple.
Reeves, the pass to Brown. Outside Reeves. Six to shoot. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Highland misses. San Antonio leading by 11. Pass to Castle. The 3 is up. Alexander Walker grabs the board.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Here's Highland. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
Wembanyama screen. And there's the lob. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
I mean, it seems like you could throw it up to Wembanyama on every offensive possession, and he'll slam it home.
Now Highland. His last outing, he had 18 points. Alexander Walker, the pass to Brown. Now here's Highland. He's closely guarded. Three-pointer. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
San Antonio has gone 1 for 5 from 3-point range. A cold start. Here's Lou. Pass to Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
They play with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Yeah, they're in control on both ends of the court, and it's always impressive when you build a double-digit lead in the first quarter.
Here's Reeves. The Spurs making their last shot. Here's Alexander Walker. No good on the triple. Spurs lead by 10. It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
So it's the Clippers now. Tonight, their first look at this San Antonio squad this year. And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. They're coming off that loss against Portland.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Well, they weren't fighting through screens. Their closeouts and rotations were late. You name it, and let's just say they didn't do it on defense.
Strus, he's checked in for the Clippers. Fred VanVleet comes in for Reeves. Zubac passes to VanVleet. Shot clock at 6. Over McConnell. And again, the Clippers missing.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
To the paint. Here's Lou. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Outside Strus. Inside. Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Pass to Lou. Wembanyama screen. Lou passes to Wembanyama. He's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
VanVleet outside. 1:56 left in the first quarter here. Pass to Brown from 8 feet. And a great assist by VanVleet as that one goes.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Now Wembanyama. He's guarded by Zubac. There's the drive.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Highland, the pass to VanVleet. There's a minute 12 left in the opening quarter. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
And for VanVleet, most of his shot attempts come from beyond the arc.
Here's Lou. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now. That's
10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Clippers trail by 11. VanVleet with it. Giving this team some energy. Averaging a little over 10 points a game. Kept alive. And he converts the layup. Highland's got 7.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
McConnell against VanVleet. McConnell passes to Lou. The 3. His 4th make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Highland. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Lou. He picked up 33 points in their last win against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And he was also went to town on the glass, imposed his will, chasing down misses all game long.
Wembanyama. And again, it's San Antonio converting.
Boy, I like their energy. Coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for San Antonio. Between his scoring and rebounding, an excellent period. We'll be right back after this word. So far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Spurs.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, they've got Max Strus. Williams is out there with Bones Highland, and it's Brown in at the 4. And that one's good. Christie's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Okay, let's throw out the analytics for a moment. When he's taking the mid-range, it's a winning shot.
Wembanyama screen. Lou passes to Sohan. Here's Lou. Williams defending. And he lobs it up. The shot by Sohan, no good.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
A nice shot by Brown.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Wembanyama screen. Here's Lou on the take. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Now here's Highland. He has 7. Here's Strus. And another shot. Back to Highland. Fires for 3. Knocks down the long J. Highland's got 10 points.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Clippers trail by 13. Pass to Christie. Strus with it. It's Brown on the wing. Sohan covering. Stolen by Wembanyama. Back come the Spurs in transition. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
Now here's Highland. 10 points for him. To the inside. Hey, now 5 for 8. Shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
He's shooting well, doing his best to keep this offense in gear, but he hasn't had a lot of support.
Highland against McConnell. Pass to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Lou. That 3's off the mark.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey guys, he in that last game against the Grizzlies really contributed. He had 33 points, and that's not to mention the fact that by the end of the night, he had a triple-double. A reminder of the amazing things that he's capable of on any given night. It'll be hard to match that tonight, but he'll try. Guys?
Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
Now here's Brown. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Here's Christie. Oh, and he got fouled on his way. Up. He'll head, and coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
People were worried that this would slow the action down, but was
The previous play is under
to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for him.
the ruling on the floor stands.
Make the the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. Call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
The Spurs making a switch here. Bowles checked in. Norris checked in for Los Angeles. And he makes a first. RJ, what are your thoughts on the new collective bargaining agreement?
I hate it. I think owners should be allowed to spend as much money as they want. I think it should be a spending contest. That's what I think should happen. And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Now here's McConnell. Yet to see a basket. No problems knocking that one down. And the Spurs lead by 14.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Highland, the pass to Christie.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Castle's checked in for San Antonio. Pass to Van Vliet. Outside, Williams. Clock at 6. Here's Highland. And it's all from three-point range.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Here's Bowl. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Leonard, left side. The 3. Bowl grabs the board. San Antonio leading by 16. There's a screen by Bowl. Here's Lou. Pass to Sohan. To the middle. Here's Bowl. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
And the basket. By Highland.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, trying to cut into that deficit.
Bowl, a screen on Van Vliet. Here's Castle. Here's Lou. Give him 20. Pass to Bowl. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Bowl's gotten 4 this quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Now here's Leonard. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard. But Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from 3 for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
And San Antonio making a change here. Branham's checked in. Here's Lou. He's guarded by Highland. Pass to Castle. Sohan outside. Launches a 3. Rebounded by Highland.
And let's be honest, they're winning in spite of his atrocious shooting performance.
And here's Van Vliet. Here's Alexander Walker. Sohan with a rebound. Sohan's got 4 rebounds in the game. To the left wing. Picked up by Sohan. Lou passes to Sohan. Lets a floater go. Castle misses. Clippers trail by 13. Leonard outside. And here's a look at what's coming up for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Wednesday, they'll kick off a homestand, starting with the Portland Trailblazers. Then on Friday, it'll be the Golden State Warriors coming to town.
In that game against the Nets, they obviously have the upper hand coming into that one. But don't expect a blowout. It could turn into a real battle.
Zubac, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Reeves comes in for Fred Van Vliet. Here's Lou. Bowl, a screen on Reeves. Left side Bowl. Fires it from 18. And Reeves pulls it down.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make them all.
Pass to Zubats. Outside, Highland. Now Reeves. Back to Highland. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. San Antonio leading by 12. This one for three. This shot by Lou, no good. And so it's Highland who brings up the ball for Los Angeles. Outside Reeves. Back to Highland. Wide open look. Jump shot is good that time. Highland's got 17 points.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And the Clippers with the ball. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. Leonard outside. Look at Leonard, dialed in from deep.
Pretty incredible just how great a shooter Kawhi has become. Really one of the best in the league.
Here's Castle. He's guarded by Highland. And that one's good. Oh.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Outside Highland. There's the triple. Rebound San Antonio. And it's now 11 consecutive wins for them. They are clicking right now.
Yeah, not very often you see a team that's got the juice flowing like these guys. They've got the right attitude, the right team-focused basketball to win against just about anyone. Going to be interesting to see who and how this stretch comes to an end.
Now here's Alexander Walker. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And he didn't just create offense for himself now. He did a tremendous job of setting up his teammates as well.
Over to the left wing. Here's Lou, covered by Alexander Walker. There's a screen by Bull. And he's going for the oop here. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish. Bringing it down with some attitude. Pass to Alexander Walker. Now here's Reeves. Shot to stop the run. That one's off. He's 0 for 3 now.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
Down low. It's stolen by Leonard. Here's Reeves. Tries it from 19. Rebounded by Branham. There's a minute 34 left in the half. Pass to Castle to the left side wing. Here's Lou. He's guarded by Highland to the middle. Castle. And Reeves pulls it down.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
Leonard for 3. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
Talk about a pure jumper. Leonard doesn't need a lot of space to rise up.
They set the pick. And he lobs it up top. Pass to Castle. And the layup is good off the glass. Castle's got 6 points.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Outside Reeves. Leonard outside for 3. Rejected by Bull. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Bull. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for San Antonio. O'Neal comes in for Bull. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Christie's checked in for Highland. Pass to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Outside, Alexander Walker. And again, it's the Clippers missing. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Lou. 25 points in the game. Here's Castle. He's covered by Reeves. Here's Lou. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
5 ticks left. In the second period. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. It's the Spurs up by 15. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Happy you could join us. First up, let's talk about the players of the week. In the Western Conference, Luka Doncic.
No stranger getting recognized. Doncic stuffs the stat sheet pretty much every night. Controls the pace of the game.
Now looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Yeah.
And that is going to do it for us.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big... Be up on that. San Antonio leading by 13. Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. Then there's Castle. Then there's Vince Williams. And it's Lou in at the 1. That's the San Antonio 5.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Leonard outside. Here's Leonard. 13 points in the game. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Pass to Castle. Here's Lou from behind the arc. He drops it from range. Lou's got 28 points for the game.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Outside, Alexander Walker. And here's Leonard. And there. There's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And you know, guys, I mean, he is a solid free throw shooter. And, of course, Leonard has everything in his game.
And Leonard drops them both. Here's Lou. 28 points for him. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Clippers' talent level is unquestionable, but they can run hot and cold at times. Coach Ty Lue said taking care of the basketball, transition defense, offensive rebounds, and spacing. Those are the 4 things we have to consistently be good at every single night. Brian?
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, Allie. Leonard outside. Pass to Zubac. Alexander Walker with it. Williams defending. 5 on the clock. Lets it go from the wing. Alexander Walker with the bucket. San Antonio leading by 16. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard.
Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
McConnell, he's checked in for San Antonio. Brown, he's checked in for the Clippers. Highland comes in for Reeves. Clippers trail by 19. They set the screen. From outside the arc. Highland misses.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Pass to Lou. And he's going for the lob. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
Here's Christie. 7 points in the game. The three is up. Knocks it down from distance. Christie's got 10 points.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Here's Lou to the inside. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
If I had a Victor on my team, I am always looking at him for that lob.
Clippers trail by 20. Pass to Christie. Back to Alexander Walker. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
He's not the quickest guy out there, but he can outsmart you and outwork you.
O'Neal, he's checked in for Sohan. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Van Vliet's checked in. This shot by Lou, no good. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. And the foul called on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's his third foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Lou. He's guarded by Highland. Wembanyama, screen on Highland. Back to Wembanyama. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Wembanyama's got 9 points here in the second half. And here's Van Vliet. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on T.J. McConnell.
He is a coach's dream. That's why they love Van Vliet. The intangibles are off the chart, and the execution is consistent.
Sohan's checked in for Williams. You know, it's hard to understate the value Van Vliet brings to this team, Richard.
When you look back at Toronto's championship in 2019, he made some huge plays. When the moment got big, he came through and came out on top. Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
Pass to Van Vliet. Back to Highland. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Highland's got 19 points.
That's what they want Van Vliet to be, the floor general, creating for all of these talented young players.
McConnell against Van Vliet. Lou passes to O'Neal. 5 to shoot. Spurs need to get one up here. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Zubac.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. With a short break, we look at some of the stingiest defenses in the NBA. 4th, San Antonio.
Where this team really makes an impact is on the defensive end. They're a unified front that doesn't make it easy at all to find open looks.
Strus, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. Van Vliet against McConnell. Pass to Lou. For three, O'Neal. Rebound by Van Vliet. Clippers trail by 18. Here's Highland. Lou with a rebound. Lou's got 4 rebounds now. It's a mark. Outside O'Neal. Lets it go from deep. They get it again. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
You've got to be impressed with how assertive they are on offense, continuing to cut hard to the rim time and time again.
They're also doing a good job working the ball inside tonight. The defense has been struggling to slow them down there in the paint.
Inside. Here's Highland. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Highland's got 6 in the quarter.
Looking to find the rhythm he had in the first half. That's now his 4th three-pointer of the game.
McConnell against Van Vliet. Lou passes to McConnell. Here's Lou. Pass to O'Neal. Let's go with a 3. Strus with a defensive effort.
This is hard to watch. You might want to put the kids to bed. This man still has not hit a shot this quarter.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by McConnell. Williams is checked in for Los Angeles. A minute 37 left in the third. Van Vliet against McConnell. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender.
Here's Lou. He's guarded by Highland. Clock at 6. Wembanyama screen. Lou passes to Wembanyama. Hammers the lob through.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done. Woo!
Clippers trail by 19. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Lou passes to McConnell. Pass to Lou. Now here's O'Neal. Here's Lou. The 3-ball. Nails it from beyond the arc. Lou's got 39.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times. Especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call. By the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Back to Wembanyama. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long.
He's such a good free throw shooter. You don't want to foul him unless it's absolutely necessary.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And the big X factor Van Vliet brings to the team is leadership. He's very talented at setting a good tone out on the floor and organizing his guys. If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how that plays out.
The shot by Wembanyama, no good. From deep three-point land. Oh, and the release was before the... buzzer, but it's off target at the end of the third quarter. A huge lead. This one may have already been decided. San Antonio on top, just dominating this one. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th. Fred VanVleet out there with Bones Highland. Then it's Kenrich Williams. Then it's Max Strus. And it's Brown in at the 4 slot. Picked up by Sohan. Lou passes to Sohan. Brown with the steal. Pass to VanVleet. Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than in years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers. He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
And so it's Highland with it. He brings it up for the Clippers. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Since halftime, either they've gotten sloppier or the defense has turned up. You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
And the Spurs making a change here. Bowles checked in. And finished off by Bowles.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. The Clippers shooting around 44%. Not bad. VanVleet outside. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
When you're casual with the ball, it can come back to bite you.
Yeah, B.A. Playing loose can help you and hurt you. They really need to tighten it up.
More and more, we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, B.A. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age. And, man, looking good from the line so far this half.
The free throw drops for Bull. And Los Angeles making a change here. Edwards is checked in, and Bull drops them both. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th here. Now here's Highland, guarded closely. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Here's Lou, and there's the drive. That shot is off. Oh, good D by Edwards. From deep, Strus. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. Bull, a screen on Williams. Lou, and he jams it home with authority.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Pass to Highland. Releases from 15. Rebounded by the Spurs. Bull's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set.
It's checked in for Brown. And timeout is called by... wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. To the paint. Here's Van Vliet. The kick out to Williams. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got his third assist of the night.
That is why the team is playing Van Vliet. He has the ability to spot open teammates.
Oh! Wembanyama throws it down.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Williams finds Leonard. Now Van Vliet. Outside, Highland. And he banks in the layup. Highland's got 25 points in the game.
I mean, this is why Van Vliet's teammates like playing with him, because he looks to set them up with his passing.
Outside, Highland from downtown. And Los Angeles, another three.
I just love the ball movement.
San Antonio leading by 18. Picked up by Sohan. Here's Lou. Pass to Sohan. Left side Bull. Here's Lou. Bull, a screen on Strus. 6 to shoot. Lou passes to Wembanyama. Got it. Wembanyama's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Now here's Leonard. He takes it in with a 9-footer. Lou with a rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Yet another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
He's doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Now here's Van Vliet. Pass to Strus. Now Leonard. The kick out to Van Vliet. Here's the three. Bull grabs the board. Bull's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's Lou. Takes it inside. Oh, the teardrop falls in. Lou's got 43 points.
Showing off with the floater game. Not a shot you can swat.
And it's Highland. That time on the assist by Leonard.
Lackluster defense. Showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Spurs lead by 21. Sohan outside. Pass to Lou. Back to Sohan. There's the three. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound.
Oh, man, for whatever reason, he can't get it going from 3, and he was pretty good from there.
The defender takes away his space and any chance of him making that shot.
And here's Sohan. Here's Lou, guarded by Van Vliet. Back to Sohan. Here's Lou. Bull, screen on Van Vliet. Lou passes to Bull. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. You know, for a while now, the NBA has done a last 2 minutes report on games. Richard, how do you think the players feel about this?
I can tell you how I feel. I don't like the 2-minute report. I think it does absolutely nothing to help the basketball game. Guys are frustrated. They need to move on. If they walk into the next game worried about the last 2-minute report, are they really focused on that game?
Throw it down on the lob.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, man was just on the other end.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. Tries a 10-footer, misses off the right iron.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Bull, good look. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
Out to Leonard. Pass to Christie. Zubats with it. Basket counts.
And he has to build on this because we can see where him being a ghost out there has gotten them so far.
Now here's Sohan, covered by Alexander Walker. Here's Lou. Takes the three. Gets the three ball to go. Lou's got 46.
We've been watching him hold court out of the arc. Just an unforgettable performance tonight.
Zubats against Wembanyama. Pass to Reeves. Inside.
Oh, this is why you get Leonard the ball inside and just let him go to work.
San Antonio leading by 22. Bull, a screen on Reeves. And he lobs it up to the rim. And finished off by Bull.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. And the Clippers with the ball. Reeves, the pass to Leonard. Richard, over the past few decades, we've seen bench reactions get bigger in the NBA. How much fun is that?
It's so much fun, but I think it also coincides with the league getting younger and younger and younger. So you have these young kids in there that are just there to have some fun and compete.
And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Outside Reeves. And stolen by McConnell. Here's Lou. Pass to McConnell. 4 on the clock. Takes a three. Good! Another from three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Leonard outside. Now here's Alexander Walker. He's covered by O'Neal. Leonard finds some space. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Leonard's got 19 points.
In total control on that possession. Kawhi just reading the defense and taking it himself.
Oh, there's the alley. And stolen by Reeves. Pass to Leonard. Outside, Alexander Walker. Here's Christie. Lou with a rebound. Lou's got his 6th rebound on the night. There's a minute 26 left in the 4th quarter of this one. And finished off by Bull.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Spurs.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next 2 matchups between these two should be fun.
And what a huge performance it was for B.
He came up with a bucket every time they needed him to. Great effort on offense, and he was a difference maker.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Pass to Christie. Back to Reeves. Zubats with a screen on hold. Here's Leonard. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
It's a shame, really. If they had been playing like this last quarter, they might be in a different situation right now.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
McConnell against Reeves. Leonard on the wing. Over Bull. Leonard can't get that one to fall. Here's Lou. So we see the Spurs taking the W here. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort, and they were just dominant out there.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
They really thought they had a chance tonight.